Welcome back to Marbella Now. My name is Nicole King and this is my boy.
Hey, hey, it's a brand new day. Hey, 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 it's a brand new day. Halfway twisted.
This week's program is coming to you from the Feria in San Pedro. It's an amazing experience and I can only encourage you guys to all come down and check it out. It will be going on till Sunday. It opens in 1 in the afternoon and there's so much to do. Lots of casetas, which are like prefabricated bars. All the different companies and horse riding stables have places here you can go and see, and of course all the rides that one would expect in the fair. To get here is quite easy. You go to the Polígono Industrial, the industrial estate in San Pedro. You get to the roundabout and turn right. Go all the way down to the stop sign and turn right, and you will arrive here at the fairground, and there is plenty of parking. I'm going to welcome a few guests and of course take you around the fair so you get an idea of what's going on to make sure that this year at least you don't miss it. I'm delighted to welcome to the program a young gentleman who, together with his brother, is the owner of a place called Kalma Kaos, Calm and Chaos. And how appropriate as we're recording here in the fairgrounds of San Pedro, and there is just sheer chaos going on as they're setting up, getting ready to open at 1 in the afternoon for the feria, which goes on to the small wee hours of the morning. So much fun here. Can't wait for you all to come, and I can't wait for you to meet Francesc. Francesc, lovely to see you. Welcome to the Feria in San Pedro.
Thank you very much, Nicole. It's a pleasure to be with you here today.
Well, I have to say a big thank you to Myriam Ariz of MN Communication, because thanks to her, I got to assist the official opening of Kalma Kaos, which is part of the Magna Group. So, I mean, you're really, this group is growing. I've watched you for the last, 10 years? How long have you been in doing Magna stuff?
So Magna stuff, the beginning in year 2000, so more than 23 years. Yeah, 23 years already in Marbella. So we start developing real estate business, and then we decide to invest into restoration business. We start with Magna Café, as you know, here in Andalusia. Then we continue with the Great Gatsby at Puerto Banús,
yes.
The Grand Gatsby. Also we follow with Vovem Asador, it's a steakhouse, one in New Andalusia and the other one in Marbella, and the final and the last let's say project of our company, it's Kalma Kaos, as you said, which has opened 3 months ago.
It's really a beautiful place. I'm looking forward to actually going for lunch, dinner and trying out, because you've got like Mediterranean food on the ground floor, and then you've got the sushi on the top floor.
Well,
very well thought out.
Yes, in the first floor, not on the top floor, because on the top floor is the
terrace.
It's a rooftop terrace
right.
for drinks and cocktails and everything. But we decided recently to have the whole menu in the whole place of the restaurant.
Oh,
because,
that's nice.
Because as you saw last time in the opening, we had a fantastic, a wonderful garden surrounded by olive trees, very old olive trees. We have more than 200 plants and different trees.
That must have been quite an investment just in itself. I know when my dad did his house here and he started like getting the trees and the things, that was a major, and that was 40 years ago.
We did transform the whole plot. If you see from the beginning and you see now, you say, whoa, this is kind of a, how you say, oasis or orchard in English?
I grew up in that area. My parents had houses on the golf course in El Paraiso, so I know that area well. That must have been quite a challenge to take that plot of land to even begin to prepare it to build what you've built. What was the process like? How long has that taken?
You're right. Well, if I tell you that we've been more than 2 years and a half to finish the whole project, we had, well, kind of the problems that you have to face during a project like this. But yeah, 2 years and a half to make all these gardens and the building itself, which is three floors, as you saw last time. Yeah, you need some time to make it.
And how did you get like the concepts to say? You started with the Magna Cafe.
Yeah.
Where's the Magna name come from?
Well, Magna Café is because we start with Magna residential. How you say that?
The properties.
The properties of Magna. We start with that, and then we wanted to keep the name for the rest of the business, no matter what, because we have Magna Golf, we have Magna Café, we have Magna Group, we have Magna Real Estate. So we decided to keep this name Magna, which means something big, but at the same time not just big, but
impressive.
Yeah, impressive and important. So yes, we love this name and we keep it using that.
And then Vovem, how about that change of name?
Well, Vovem, in fact, it's if you go and find Vovem, you cannot find anywhere because it doesn't exist. It's not a word that exists. So but if you put B instead of V, then Vovem with B, it means cow in Latin. So I start to find a different word to our steakhouse, for our steakhouse, and Vovem comes from cow.
So it's just playing on the...
Yes. But I didn't like with V.
More stylish.
I didn't like with V. So I decided to put it V.
So a lot more chic, a lot more Marbella, what can I say?
A little bit, yeah.
Going through all this process, there's been a lot of designing, a lot of preparing, a lot of brainstorming. You work, it's a family business.
Mm-hmm.
So how has that been with your brother? Have you agreed on everything, or have you found moments when it's just like locking heads and like one wants it one way and the other? How's that process been working together with family?
Well, we are very fortunate on this because my brother and I, we were always together in any kind of business we made, and we have the same approach to the business. So this is very easy to work. Maybe I'm a little bit more creative than him, but maybe he's more specific for finance. So
it complements it perfectly.
Yes. So from the creative point of view, it's myself who is in charge of developing all the process from the very beginning. What kind of concept we want, what kind of food we want to offer, what kind of design of the place we want also to make. So yeah, it's for opening a new place, I need at least between 8 and a year working in advance. So
yeah,
it's
a
huge
lot
work.
of preparation. And I have to ask, you come from real estate and then suddenly go into the restaurant business, and a lot of people I know in England think, oh, I'm going to move to the sun, I'm going to open up a restaurant, and they are so shocked with how much work that is. Have you been surprised when you started in the restaurant business, like, oh, this is actually work? It's not all just the drinking wine and...
No, I think today one of the most difficult business is the restoration one. I came from the textile business at the beginning, so I saw that textile and restoration are not so different, because from one side you have suppliers, you have also employees, you have also customers. In the restoration business it's nearly the same. So you have also suppliers, customers and staff. So the thing is, for me it was not difficult to manage that kind of business.
Getting the right staff though can be a challenge. And I'm very much, as anyone who watches the program often or follows the United Nationalities of Marbella Summits, I'm very keen on getting our local community committed to all our youth, but particularly our international youth that don't feel very integrated in the community. And you just warmed my heart when you said, but Magna Group does that. We already do that. Tell us a bit about your thoughts for how to get this involvement with our youth and them involved with the business and they can grow with you.
We decide to form our own teams. Even if you have no experience at all, we prefer to take that kind of people with behavior and attitude and let's say people who's willing to develop his future. We give this opportunity to the people and also to the young people who maybe doesn't know how to make with their future right now. We offer this opportunity, but from very long time, 10 years ago,
I'm so impressed, and it's amazing how, see, if we don't talk to each other, if we don't communicate, there are so many opportunities that we are missing out on, because this is something I really want to preach all across the place. If you have a business like Francesc and his family, embrace the locals, particularly our youth, to come in, you can train them, they can have a career, you can grow, because you then have that inbuilt staff, that team, which is so fundamental.
That's sure, but one thing is sure, if there is no vocation, there is no learning possible. So this is something like I always say, if you want to work in that kind of business, you have to take this like a doctor or like a lawyer. You have to have a vocation to do that. Otherwise, maybe to go somewhere else and do it something differently.
But I think also it does depend on where you're working, because there are places, like at school, if they say to you, if you carry on like that, you'll do fine. Or they're like, oh, you'll never do anything if you carry on like that. I think a lot has to do also with the leadership, the guide that one gives to the staff.
Yeah, fortunately, today we have in the Magna Group people who's leading the teams very well. So because we do believe and we know that the ways of leadership today are completely different from 20 years ago, 10 years ago, and it's completely and it's changing day by day. So you have to adapt the way you are teaching the people, because otherwise you will not going to find proper people to have a proper service, to professionalize the sector.
Well, whatever you're doing, you must be doing it right. Because as you say, over 20 years in the business and growing, that means you found the secret to getting the staff, because they really are the fundamental crux of making everything flow. I thoroughly enjoyed going to Magna Café, because Chiara Canton, who comes onto the program once a month to talk about golf and getting us ladies involved in golf, she teaches there in her groups on Saturday mornings, and I loved it. You've made that lovely bar downstairs where the driving range is, so it's like you're always just adding, you know, like finalizing. And
we do understand that if you have a restaurant, you have to serve a very good food. That's something that you have to do. But you have also to give something else, and that's why we are always thinking in what we can add to the food. So giving better service, experiences like you are telling right now, shows. I don't know, we have to develop not just with the food, but with the
experience.
The experience.
Exactly, so it's
overall.
a lifestyle experience. When you're going to a Magna venue, it's an experience.
Yes.
Well, I really enjoyed my experience at the new Kalma and Kaos, Calm and Chaos. Love the name. Why Kalma and Kaos?
Well, because we understood that Japanese food, it can be related to something Kalma, and chaos is because our Mediterranean offer, it's kind of disruptive in a way. I wouldn't say that the whole menu it's something like chaos, but some of the dishes are different from the rest of the restaurants that we have nearby.
Yeah, and with the setup that you've got, because it really is beautiful restaurants, the gardens are spectacular, the seating is sumptuous, comfortable, inviting to just have lunch, spend all the afternoon and just stay through till dinner. I mean, with tapas in the middle.
That's it.
It really was very inviting.
Even if we are really very close to the main road, the Nacional 340, once you are inside, it's like an oasis. It's like an orchard, I think you say in English, no? Orchard,
an oasis. It is an oasis, but it's like an orchard. You've got the trees and it really is lovely and very needed in that area because it's just on the Cancelada turnoff.
That's it.
So literally you go on the N40, turn off at Cancelada, keep turning, and there's parking. There's places to park, big plus.
That's very important.
Very important.
You have to have a parking because to make easy the people come to the restaurant. And as I said, even if you are so close to the main road, with the music and the trees and everything, you don't see the cars, the vehicles. You don't see anything. You can relax, sit and relax and listen good music and having a good drinks and cocktails.
What time do you open during the day?
We open from 1 to 11, non-stop cuisine.
Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday.
The whole week, 7 out of 7.
You need a lot of staff.
Well,
I don't envy that. I love everything you're going to Vidya Sana. That is very nice to see your success. Not so sure that I envy employing so many people in a country like Spain. It's a very big commitment. I'm not sure the foreigners quite understand what a commitment that is, but I do.
It is.
So really very happy for you. Lovely to see the success growing. And I look forward to going and having lunch and dinner at Kalma Kaos. I've already been to all the other places, so now to try out this one. Francesc, thank you so much.
Thank you very much, Nicole.
Certainly a Kalma Kaos interview with all the bustle going on here, but so worth it. If you are thinking of coming down to the fair, why don't you pop along to one of our charity shops here on the coast, because they've got fabulous dresses, so you can even get a dress very, very cheap and come down and really feel that you're part of it. Anyway, don't go away, because I'll be back in just a moment.
Hey, hey.
Welcome here at the Gaucho de Banús.
Hey, hey.
Zero Hero.
Welcome to Pico Banús.
It's a brand new day. Hey, hey.
You don't have to wish on a star any longer because you have Wishbox, thanks to CIT Marbella. Our guest of the week is the lovely Myriam, and she's going to talk to us about Wishbox, and I'm looking forward to knowing more. Good morning, buenos dias.
Good morning, buenos dias.
Really lovely to see you, and how nice to be
Thank
here
you.
in Feria. You look very festive.
Thank you very much for having me today.
My absolute pleasure. Tell us a little bit about Wishbox. I mean, it sounds like just ask for something and you make it happen. Is that what it's about?
The Wishbox is a platform that provides services for high-end caliber clients to services in Marbella. So we are on the other line, we're online, on the phone. So we provide services and products and everything our clients want. So the Wishbox in the end is, you know, if you wish for something, we make it happen.
But like what? I mean, it's hard to think like I want a sandwich, but no, what kind of things I want to...
Like for example, you're here for a weekend and you want to have like a very special and unforgettable weekend with your partner or with your friends, and then you give us a call and say, listen, this weekend I have Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and I would like to do a special experience or a special event, or I would like to go to Malaga, or maybe go to Toledo, which is in Castilla, for the weekend and do something different in Spain. So we organize everything for them through travel agencies and people that we have interviewed before. So the service
You do all the work?
All the work in between the two clients or companies in Marbella. Marbella, Costa del Sol, because in the end we provide services all around Costa del Sol. So we do from, make that happening, like a special unforgettable events, a weekend, to right now we're into, in the buy-sell, we provide mediation in between a client that is in Barcelona to a client that is in America, and this client in Barcelona, Spain, is selling his palace with a lot of 1,400 pieces of art. So I have made them. We intervene and mediating in between the selling of this palace to this client in America.
What an exciting life you lead.
And also, for example, someone wants to buy a hotel in Marbella, so I can provide also an hotel.
So you cover everything, real estate, travel. Do you like little wishes as well, in the sense of
anything?
Anything.
I mean, if there is little wishes, for example, I just wish for a wonderful nanny. Obviously, we provide for a wonderful nanny, and we don't charge for it because that's we don't want the client to be paying all the time, but to pay for the things that are really long and important to them.
How did you get into this line of making people's wishes come true?
It happens before the pandemic. I was coming to Marbella. I mean, I'm Spanish. I'm from Castilla-La Mancha. I'm Spanish. I bought a house in Marbella like 15 years ago. So while the pandemic, I was starting to come to Marbella, but I couldn't find services for me as a tourist or as an outsider. So I was thinking, I don't know anybody in Spain. I don't know, there was nothing online that provides services, like or groups, to do socials or to do entrepreneur things. And I've been always been an entrepreneur myself in London. So I decided to start up this business. I'm also, always in and out London, Marbella. I love, meeting people in between, because I feel a Londoner, but I'm also Spanish. So
nice combination.
Yes, and I thought, like my mind is very English, but my heart is very Spanish. So I wanted to combine the two of them. I sound silly, but in the end,
no, because that's kind of like how I feel.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm English,
exactly.
But soy andaluza por mozi. I mean, it's just there's something in there that we become citizens of the world.
Exactly.
Cosmopolitan, a little bit of everything.
Yes, it is wonderful.
Selling a palace with over 1,000 works of art is pretty unique. But what are the other, say, the strangest things someone's asked you to do? What are some of the strangest ideas that people say, Myriam, can you do this?
Yeah, like a couple of weeks ago, they would say, Myriam, would you be able to provide for some commodities like diesel, for example? And I thought, actually, that I can provide it, because in the end I just have to think about, because I know a lot of people in in the buying and the selling part of the business, and every single business. So I just connect people. So in the end, my part is to connect people to make things happen, to buy new businesses, to make money for them if they want to invest in Spain. So that was very weird, but in the end, it's there. So
exactly. If you having that knowledge, understanding the country, plus your internationality, is obviously serving you well. So, what are the objectives coming up? What are your plans for the business? How do you see it developing? What can we do to help you? Who should be the ones contacting you?
My clients would be wealthy people that they want to invest in Marbella, and I will act there as an intermediary, mandatory for the business. But also anybody that wants to come to Marbella and wants to either buy a property or they want to have a special weekend here, something, like wine tasting, anything, because I know what is happening, it's word of mouth. It's not only TV, which is wonderful, and thank you very much, but in the end is, my business fits from word of mouth.
Yeah, personal recommendation.
Exactly. So my clients recommend to other clients, people that come to Marbella for a weekend, and then they decide that they want to live here, etc., etc.
So you really are a helping hand
yes.
to make people's wishes and dreams come true.
Also give advice, like if I don't know or I don't have anything, in my hand, then I will give advice, because I always think that networking is about helping people, either winning or not winning, like in sense of economics. Like I think I've been helping people all my life, and maybe that's why I like to help people to make things come true.
Because you can. You obviously have that innate ability to just know who, where and when. And those are very important facets, particularly if you're moving abroad, going to a new country. There are a lot of idiosyncrasies and things that are very difficult, as you will have experienced, from living in London to living in Spain. I mean, it's another whole world.
Yeah, and also, to do dreams come true, or providing services or providing products to people and clients, ASAP. Like, for example, me living in London, I know how things work. I mean, obviously it's faster, everything is faster. And so if I say yes, it's got to be a yes, yesterday. So it's also to make things quickly for my clients.
Yeah, giving them that service that they're used to and they expect. Yeah, so I always say, like in Spain, it's like very famous, we say mañana.
Yeah.
And it doesn't necessarily mean tomorrow, it just means sometimes not today.
Exactly.
But not losing that philosophy, using that UK, that international, get it done.
For me, mañana is yesterday.
I like that. For me, mañana is yesterday. Myriam, it's been an absolute pleasure to meet you.
Thank you for having me.
And
it's been great.
perhaps when you want some exciting missions, you can let us know and we'll come and film you with your exciting missions. It sounds like you do have an exciting life. Well, Myriam is from CIT Marbella, which is a business networking association, a highly recommendable business network association, because you can be a small company, you can be a major company, big hotels. Most of the companies actually locally are joined to CIT Marbella because they do a lot for their members, like send them to come to an interview on Marbella Now. Encantada?
Encantada. Muchísimas
Absolute
gracias.
delightful. Let's get on with the show.
Hey, hey.
Zero Hero, welcome to Gala! Hey!
Zero Hero, welcome to Gaucho Banos.
Zero Hero.
Welcome to Pico Banos.
Welcome to Lemongrass, Doña Lola. Thank you very much.
Hey, hey. It's a brand new day.
Zero Hero, welcome to the Secret Garden. We welcome you.
It's a brand new day. Hey, hey.
My daddy always used to say, it's not what you know that matters or who you know that matters, it's who knows you. And that's why I'm delighted to bring on the program now a young man. His name is Pablo, and I've been bumping into him all over the Marbella and the Costa del Sol area at different events. And as I haven't seen him before until recently, I thought it would be nice to bring him on the program and give him the Spanish Inquisition. Hello, Pablo.
Hello, Mrs. King. Nice to see you here. I'm very glad. The invitation.
I have to say, the first time I met you, I think, was when they opened Sol.
Yes.
In San Pedro.
In San Pedro.
And again, thank you, Marie-Noël, for the invitation. But I saw you there, and you're difficult to miss. You are a bundle of joy, enthusiasm, and I learned through you that you work with a company, media company,
Yeah.
Area Costa del Sol.
Yes, exactly.
So, very exciting. But how come we've only seen you recently? Is this a new job, a new position for you?
I don't have even grey bear yet, so I'm young. I'm taking my time, no, step by step. But definitely, I think we could say the same of you. No, at the end, we see each other in the best places. Actually, I'm not from the Costa del Sol. I come from the Campo de Gibraltar area,
Nice.
which is a completely different region, despite it's so close. But yes, I think I kind of like the vibes that we find in the
You could
Costa
get
del
used
Sol
to
and in
this
Marbella.
quite
Yes, yes.
quickly.
We have been in two places already, in NAC, as you said, in San Pedro, and now in Kalma Kaos, which we have seen Francesc before. So I think it would be cool to see you more and more, no? Many
Exactly.
often.
I mean, you've got such, as you can see, I mean, good looking, great energy. You seem to have a very positive approach, like you're ready.
Yeah.
And I know you're young, but not all youngsters have that same desire. So is this a new section of area expanding?
So I tell you, thanks for the things you're saying, the enthusiasm and stuff. We can say it's not a matter of age, because I felt the same with you too. So of course now I invite you via your audience to come to our headquarters in Palmones, in Los Barrios. So now you can discover personally what do we find. But when you ask, you know, I have to say that we have almost 70 years on our background of experience, because this area was it's a family business founded by my grandfather in 1956.
Oh!
So it's not bad, not bad. And now we are third generation taking the business ahead. And yes, as I said, we started in the Campo de Gibraltar area. By those days, you know, as nowadays as well, we have seen with the Brexit issues and stuff, but by those days the relationship between Spain and Gibraltar wasn't the best ones. Also by those days, you know, we were having troubles with the Franco days, then the closing of the frontier. So I think there was a clever man, my grandfather, that decided that it could be interesting to build a newspaper to join all the people together for the Campo de Gibraltar, like La Línea, Algeciras, Los Barrios, whatever, and then also with Gibraltar. So I think this was a very special goal, because this place is a very singular place, you know. So the minimum that we needed was a local newspaper to tell the truth for this complex area, no. So nowadays, coming back to date, we changed our strategy to a digital media, focus on local information. It was super a good receivement from the audience, from the people in the Campo de Gibraltar, so we decided why not now to try also to the Costa del Sol. It's all about synergies. We were thinking to expand to the Cádiz area, but at the end, you know that Cádiz is very far away from our place, and for the people of the Campo de Gibraltar, we have had much more contact with the Costa del Sol than with the Bahía de Cádiz, no? I remember when I was young, going out at nights in Estepona, in Marbella, no? So we have a lot of contact, like labels, no? That we have a very strong relationship. So we came to Costa del Sol 3 years ago with this media strategy. We started in Estepona, Benavís, Manilva and Casares, and now we expand first to Marbella and then to the rest of the Costa del Sol, because basically I think that as the Campo de Gibraltarians felt that they needed a local independent media concept, now they need that too in Costa del Sol, and that's why we're here.
I think it's so impressive, first of all, to have a family business that your children and grandchildren want to be involved in. That's really cool. I haven't had that pleasure, because I imagine it's disappointing when you build something up and then it dies because no one's interested. So firstly, I'm really happy for your granddad. That was very cool.
Yeah.
And for your father, and also that they're allowing you to just put your stamp on it and do also your little bit of expansion. And so how have you found it so far? Very different, right, from there to the Costa del Sol?
Well, first of all, it's exciting because, you know, I'm a journalist. That's my degree, you know. So I think, as you said, as I was born, I think I was focused to be a journalist. I couldn't decide. I couldn't choose anyway, because I was born in a newsroom, you know, talking about news, media, journalism, events, murders, drug trafficking, you know. So since I was very child, you know, I was feeling in my blood that this was what I was going to do, you know. So after studying in Madrid, my father told me to have the chance to come back. You know, I think that the older generations, it's difficult for them to change to this digital strategy. So
we don't understand it. It's not difficult. It's just
me neither. So and it's changing day by day.
Our brains work in a different way. Those of us who haven't grown up with this, like the internet and things like that, I think it really is. It's like learning another language.
Definitely.
There's a certain age that we don't want to learn more languages.
It's all for all businesses, but I think even more for journalism and for media, because at the end what we do is to get in contact with the people. My grandfather used to be like the king, like Nicole King in the Campo de Gibraltar, because we only had one newspaper there. What the newspaper area was saying, that was like the truth, we could say. But now we have so many different channels that for us is a very difficult goal, not just for us, but for every concept of journalism, you know. So So that's what we are trying to do. I think we are doing well, we are succeeding, because like all the companies that we're working with, they are very happy to work with us. They feel like they are investing their money and they're happy with that. Also by the public institutions, also they feel like we can work close, hand to hand, no, shoulder to shoulder.
And I really do enjoy, you've got a good image of the posts and the things that you do.
Yeah.
In the sense, the look of them is good, they're very concise, they're very informative. I have to say I've enjoyed following Area Costa del Sol since I've met Pablo, and I'm looking forward to other people getting to also have a look and seeing what you're up to.
Yeah, we are now we have in the Costa del Sol, we are almost like 60,000 followers already, so which I think is a very good
impressive
number. Yeah, and at the end what we do and what we all should do is like coming back to the scratch, but with the new channels. I mean, you say, what's the difference between Costa del Sol and Campo de Gibraltar? Basically, for me, I'm very happy because it means that we're going to be in 9 more fairs, not just 9, because every city has like 3 or 4 depending on the area, like San Pedro, Nueva Andalucía, or Marbella, in Marbella. So as much scenarios like this I can find in my daily basis, much better for all of us, no? So now, for instance, today they are going to introduce the Feria de San Pedro, so we will have one colleague of mine is going to be here talking to our followers via Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, what they can find in San Pedro de Alcántara in the fair. So basically that's what we do, not just in Marbella, but in the rest of the cities in the Costa del Sol, because I think it's like a belt, not that unify all these citizens all over this comarca of the Costa del Sol. Because at the end, if you live in Marbella, you also want to know what's going on in Estepona, and if you have like business things or for
and we do our shopping
fun,
trips to Gibraltar.
You go to Gibraltar as well.
So I know a lot of people who just go to Gibraltar to get their tea bags and then
probably you haven't been to San Fernando in a long time.
No, I haven't.
No, I haven't. But you have been to Gibraltar, you have been to Fuengirola, you know.
Exactly.
So like the end is like a very huge area that we are in a way we are all connected. So that's what we try to do, not just to inform about just Marbella, but all this area that I think we could say it's one area, no? This Gibraltar area from the Strait of Gibraltar. And yes, we're very happy with the result. We were like thinking to expand a bit more to Cádiz and Malaga, but I think we have to take our time, because what I have found in the Costa del Sol is like a universe itself. You know, it's completely different from the Campo de Gibraltar, because there, that 8 cities is like one metropolitan area. But Costa del Sol, so they had nothing to do Marbella to Estepona, Estepona to Mijas.
And even in Marbella, you have all the different nationalities
worlds,
their different worlds. So welcome to our world. It's really nice to have you
this English-speaking world, which is mandatory if you want to do anything in Marbella.
And your
definitely.
English is awesome.
Thank
but
you very
there
much.
again, I mean, like you've
practice.
grown up in it. So
It would be amazing to practice with you, Nicole.
Well, I look forward to it. We'll just keep this
Yes.
going.
Yeah,
I really enjoyed meeting you, enjoyed hearing about you. Nice to know it's a family business. Today's all about family businesses. Very exciting. So Pablo is from Area Costa del Sol and Area Campo de Gibraltar and all the rest of it. Do follow along, because it's nice to see what the other half get up to. Well, right now I'm going to take you out of the feria, but to a party, because the Georgian International Film Festival was held here just recently, and Natalie Stewart Fox put on an amazing event. And then they had their gala evening at Tibilissimo, which is a Georgian restaurant, which is by Lidl, by Isdabe, as you're leaving between Marbella and Estepona. The food was fabulous. To be amongst so many foreign people, nobody spoke English, nobody spoke Spanish. It was really I normally be able to like talk to everyone, and it was like, but the hospitality, and somehow we all made ourselves understood, and I'm delighted to give you a glimpse of that right now.
Let the music get to your heart. Let it set you on your way. No time to hesitate.
is Natalie Stewart-Fox. What a feel for Georgian nationality, and please welcome to Natalie.
To celebrate the Day of Georgian cinema and culture.
Fascinating, beautiful country.
This wonderful evening to our lovely host, Tibilissimo and Natia Kakabadze. Please welcome to Natia. If not Natia, our festival, any of our events would not be the same because we are Georgian, very hospitable people, and this evening proves that how big, how kind heart we've got, and you can all try Georgian hospitality.
Natalie Stewart-Fox, what can I say? That has just been the most amazing event. Congratulations. Your first Georgian International Film Festival.
Thank you very much. And I'm very glad to be here. I'm very glad that you are here, that finally attended our Georgian event. And I would like to thank to everyone who supported our international Diaspora Film Festival. So in Georgia and in ex-Soviet countries, we call diasporas. And in our countries, we have a Ministry of Diaspora, Parliament Committee of Diaspora, who looks after the communities, Georgian communities that live abroad. So for them not to lose their identity and be connected to their roots. So therefore, we decided to connect our diasporas, integrate with the international diasporas that we have on the Costa del Sol. It's 150 nationalities, as we know here. And we think that through the films, we can make a great achievement to bring out the most important messages that integrates different cultures, shares different values, mainstream of our festival is the tolerance, that's most important, so which leads us, if we have a tolerance, so we will have a peace all over the world.
You're doing an amazing job, and I think some of us have only ever heard of Georgia, but to actually meet people, and not just people, top superstars, singing stars, movie stars, right here on the Costa del Sol in Tibilissimo, it seems impossible. How are they enjoying it?
Oh, they are really impressed. They didn't even expect it, such a welcome, first of all, such a beautiful city. They said that everybody is so happy, relaxed, they are all laughing, they are all smiling to you, and they said, no, we are moving to Marbella. And I'm very glad that we managed to you know, like invite and integrate people. And here you met, I don't know, maybe 15 different nationalities, so around one little, you know, we would say that around Georgian table, because for us hospitality, it's a main thing. So where people meet, where people get friendly and share love and share friendship, you know, that's all Georgian.
And food, lots of delicious food.
Food is amazing. Yeah, it's one of our, you know, culture, if I can put it that way, because we have different food, like meze type of things, where you can try, you know, different flavors, you know, and
it's all been wonderful. And this is the award for the winners of the film festival. Very beautiful.
Yeah, so we have, you know, famous La Concha, and this award goes to one of the winning films. And so we will be glad to see a lot of films from different countries, different communities on the Costa del Sol, and every year we will try to grow, and I'm sure that I hope that a lot of people will join our festival.
I'm sure they will. You've done a great job. So proud of you, so happy for you. It's been a fabulous evening. Congratulations.
Thank you very much, and thank you very much for being here with us today.
My God, it's so much fun. Glad I didn't miss out. Congratulations, Moldavia. ¡Viva Moldavia!
Sí, es la película de un director moldavo de cine que ha participado en el festival de Valerio Geregui. Se llama Melika y es ganadora del festival.
Fabulous. Congratulations.